So I knew this was gonna happen. I got all these new seeds, and I'm so excited that I don't know what to plant first. And in the process of 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 of, of dealing with it, I'm missing out on time that shit could be planted. And it looks like it might rain too. The hell! I'm so excited though. I got this. Oh, I got my sugar beet, my spinach strain. It's supposed to be a heat tolerant strain of spinach. See, spinach, not shard. Y'all know what shard seeds look like. That spinach is shard. But y'all say, hey, if it's a sufficient replacement of a spinach for you, so be it. But I got a spinach that's supposed to be an actual spinach. I was gonna do that video, wasn't I? About the lies, the Popeye lies. My extras, you know, a lot of garden people send you extras. When people do that, I have it, and they have their packets handwritten. I have a tendency to believe they came out of there. What? There are a number. Actually, it's not just that. There are a number of clues that tell me when somebody's giving me something from their garden. And fortunately, this person did. I have these Florida tomatoes. I'm considering growing them just because they supposedly take all season to grow, but they supposedly taste like roast beef. So I was considering going for the okie doke. I have this strawberry corn. I have no intention of planting corn anymore anytime soon, but it's cute. This is cute though. It's cute. You never know. You know how we be trying new shit. You know, maybe I get the urge to try new shit and don't have the money to. Oh, some vampire shit is on in the background. Anyway, because I have my white cucumber, which one of my sustainability sisters told me she got the seeds she got 2 years ago are still quite viable. So I'm excited about that. And then I want to line all of the beds with carrots. And when I sell my seeds, I'm going to expect, I hate to do it to you, but I'm going to expect you to, look some shit up. Don't count on me, because what I'm not going to have you do is come back later and tell you I gave some instructions that didn't work with your circumstances, setup, or climate. So it's just, I just wanted to be something you saw in my garden. You was like, oh my God, I want to try and grow that too. And I don't know anything about it. Let me look it up and learn from somebody that knows about these things. You know what I'm saying? The little few things I know, I will tell you, but you kind of need to be careful, because I understand that carrots don't like to be constricted. But duh, why would they? Why would a root vegetable want to be restricted? No, of course not. I want to grow them all around. Probably grow them 4 inches apart, just so that halfway through their growth phase, I can grow a whole nother set of harvests to come after those. Oh, that's smart, girl. Okay, I was gonna say, I know that ain't no tornado siren. But first, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. No, JJ. Not Dino More. Y'all probably don't get this commercial in y'all states, do you? They just want to rub it in black Midwesterners' faces that they were able to get JJ to do this shit. And his.
For a plan with the benefit that adds money back to my social security check. I called to check my zip code.
Now they know.
Zip code. It could be dynamite. Call now.
Call 1-800-507-3400. That's 1-800-507-3400 now.
And with that.
Face and body. It's the only treatment for TB that's one goods ingredient.
Anyway. Some of y'all prefer to see the smoke. So cheers to you.
Ask your doctor about it
But I got so many seeds today, and I'm excited because, matter of fact, music. Let's do it like we used to do, right? I fed the money tree, Mister's money tree, and ginseng because they started looking real rough. Oh, but y'all, I found these little button lights that I have. Oh my God, they so cute, and they're so effective, and I just be looking for excuses to use them. I have 3 sweet peppers that I'm growing for the first time this season, 2 of which I'm already in love with prematurely, to be fair, because I don't know anything about them other than what is it? No. It's not premature. Well, it's prematurely because I haven't grown them myself to personally give the review that everyone else gives about them. And I can't say everyone else because very few people grow either of these peppers. Very few people grow any of these 3 peppers. And so, yeah, I'm making a deal about them the same way you guys make a deal about hot peppers, because I'm not a hot pepper person. Mr. has GERD, number 1. And really, although I'm a Southern belle, I just like a good kick to my food. I don't want so much heat that I can no longer enjoy the flavor of the foods. I never did hop on that trend, Southern as I may be. There's only one reason I could be motivated to eat some shit thousands of times hotter than shit I would normally eat, because that part of the colonization did not take on me. My spirit rejected. I can't relate to it. But, I mean, even before people started hopping on these super hot pepper trends, even I was like, why do people grow more than one pepper plant? Like, I was always asking, why does anybody ever grow more than one pepper plant? Because peppers are hot. And even when you're using them in your food, like say you're cooking for a lot of 10 people, you might use 1 whole pepper in the meal for everyone. You know what I mean? Depending on the heat. And if you have something so hot that just a drop of it can heat the meal for the entire family, I just don't see a need for multiple plants of it. People are not pouring hot sauce. We eat a lot of hot sauce as Black people. I'm in that category. You know, I eat a lot of hot sauce with a lot of shit. But I eat hot sauce that still allows me the opportunity to taste my food. I use Louisiana hot sauce. I use Crystal hot sauce. I use Texas Pete. I use Pete, and I'll just call it Pete because we ain't repping racists over here. But anyway, yeah. So what I got today was my yellow meat watermelon, Mr. City Boy. He has never heard of such a thing. And I was like, you never heard of that? Because I was actually making fun of shit on the internet. You know how they sell seeds for like purple watermelon and shit, and all kind of colors, different fruit that don't exist, and giant shit and whatnot. I pretty much knew all that shit was bullshit, but I did know that yellow watermelon was a thing. And how I know is because we used to eat it. As a Southern belle, we used to eat it. And your grandmama and your grandpeople used to call it yellow meat watermelon. That's how you got to say it all together. It's one word, yellow meat watermelon. Yellow meat watermelon. That's what it is, yellow meat watermelon. And so I was talking about yellow meat watermelon one day, and Mister was like, huh, what? And I'm like, you never heard of yellow meat watermelon? And he was like, no, because I figured his mom at least would, because he has Southern belt. He has Southern bloodline heritage. Not even that deep within his bloodline. So I thought for sure he would have heard his mama talk about yellow meat watermelon. But he said, no, I never heard that before in my life. And I'm like, okay. Because I had caught me some seeds for my baby watermelons this year because I was going to grow them again. I only grew watermelons 1 year, and it turned out okay. They were small, but they were supposed to be. I told y'all I had the door cracked so I could blow the smoke out. And also an added benefit of hearing these birds. You'll notice I've had to retire my hemp wick for a while. I know. I really did love it. I really did enjoy it. But if I'm going to be a responsible parent, I can't leave tea candles burning around the house the way I used to. So no more hemp wick for a while. It's cool. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, why don't you just take the lighter and like the hemp wick, third party, and then use it with your bowl that way. Like normal people do anyway. Because that's too many steps. It was already too many steps to be able to enjoy it. Having the tea candles is the only thing that gave me a level of comfort where I could enjoy the benefits of using hemp wick. Speaking of benefits, that really does allow you to taste the flavor. Oh, that tasted so good. I'm gonna do this shit one more time then. But yeah, I'm not gonna generally do it because it takes the most. Look at all the steps. I gotta switch hands so I can be on the camera, so my thumb could be on the right side for the carb. Oh, I still got a nice milky cloud too. Oh man, I'm gonna be so high today when Mr. gets home. Okay, so these are the seeds I got. Cause I'm gonna go on and on and on till I can't go on no more if I don't wrap it up. So in this bunch, about 4 of these were extra seeds. You know how the garden community, you know how we do. Like if somebody bought enough from you, you're gonna throw in some extra seeds and some other stuff that they might or might not want to try. Maybe you don't, because some of it I don't, right? But this, I was talking about the yellow meat watermelon because that was one of the seeds. I have the yellow meat watermelon. That's not the name of it. That's not the strain, but that's what we're going to call it for the sake of this video because that's what we have always called it, yellow meat watermelon. And I have tender sweet carrots. I've grown carrots before successfully, I might add, in the first giant raised bed that Mr. made me. Remember those carrots? Yeah, I just didn't do it again since because I had not since been juicing, and that's what I wind up using carrots for the most, is for juicing. Since I want to be better about juicing again, and I did a good job of growing those carrots. I want to grow them again, and when I grow them, I don't feel the need to do anything more than rinse them off. I will juice them, roots still clean up, roots still attached and all. I don't feel the need to peel them, and can get and can benefit from the nutrients that are in the skins. The concentrated nutrients, by the way, that are in the skin. Incidentally, that is another one of the benefits of me using onion skins for active compost throughout the season. But if you've been around, you already know what the deal is on that. So I got these tender sweet carrots. I feel like the finger carrots are a waste. Like, why I'm gonna take all that time, all the months, and it's gonna grow a big ass stalk still of doggone carrots, and then you pull that shit out and you got a little ball on here talking about some, oh yeah, this is a good harvest carrot. That's all stalk. That's all leaf stalk. A carrot is a root vegetable. That means the actual root is the actual vegetable. When you pull up a little nub and talking about some, oh, that's a good harvest there. It is, I'm not saying nobody's harvest. Grow whatever you grow, and if that's your shit, do it. But come on, If you planted some carrots, that mean you planted some carrots because you wanted some carrots. Unless you was growing it for the tops for ground cover or some shit. Because which I don't really like that as a concept for my garden, because you know how spraggly and thin the leaves are. I feel like that's like a rest haven for insect holes. Like, and I don't want no parts of attracting any more than I have to. So that's the reason why I'm growing the ones that I'm growing. I'm gonna grow them just right on the perimeter. I should have wet those seeds in the ground. It's gonna rain a little bit tomorrow, but I should have still wet those seeds into the spots where I dropped them. I just made a trough. I dropped the seeds in there and then closed the top of the trough. Which should be freaking sufficient, because I'm just not gonna. They gave me a shitload of these. Thank goodness, because I did not feel like being careful. But at the same time, y'all know I can't stomach being wasteful. So if I have one little seed, see what I'm doing right now? What I'm doing right now? Because I see these 1, 2, 3, 4. I see us a little seed here that's above this zip line. And I'm like, oh, I need to make sure that gets in there. So I'm opening this whole, I'm taking the time while I'm talking to y'all to open this whole ass bag. That's some garden. Oh, it's another one up here too. It's another one all the way up here. All the way up here. Can't have that. I just have such an awareness that one seed really could potentially feed a whole village of black people. You know what I mean? Like in the case of a carrot, even if though it's only one carrot, okay, y'all gonna have to be hungry for a while. Y'all split that carrot, and it's gonna be an overgrown ass carrot too. So just be ready for that, because it has to be. Because what else you had to do was let that carrot continue to grow and go to seed, so that you could then plant a whole shitload more. You could plant thousands of more fucking carrots if that's what y'all choose to do as a village, as a community that came together and made that decision. Because it was best for everybody, so that nobody had to starve. If everybody agreed to go hungry for a little while, nobody at the end of the day will have to starve. That's a unification message, black people. That's what that was. That's exactly what that was. Okay. So, yeah, so much for the carrots. I planted like a shitload of carrots along the perimeter of 2 of my largest garden beds. Black Beauty eggplant. I still don't understand eggplants, right? Because I was on a gourmet diet for myself at one time. Yes, you heard right, a gourmet diet. Captain if I remember correctly. Matter of fact, I have the book right in my doggone right in my kitchen. Campitelli. Angle the blinds this way so y'all can see me, because it's getting dark outside. Campitelli. Now, to be fair, this probably came out decades before I started using it. Let's see if I'm lying. No, I am lying. It was only a few years old when I started using it. But anyway, this shit was creatively fire, and you could adjust, just like with any recipe though. You could adjust your own taste and shit. But look at some of this shit. Chef Edwards. These are just the fitness hoes. They probably related. But this is the chef bitch. So his thing was, this wasn't even a protein meat shit, Atkins shit. This dude was like Although you probably don't want to trust his fat ass. How to eat 400% more and better tasting food and lose weight. So this whole thing was you gotta eat more. You gotta eat more. Eat more. Now, I've always, Mr. has told y'all, and he is not lying. Everybody that know me have said it at some point, and y'all have overheard that I do eat like a bird, right? But when I go on my binges, y'all don't even understand. I go on my binges, right? I really do. And so this gave me the freedom as far as I was concerned. Eat 400% more. That means that if I don't eat 400% more, I should lose weight faster, shouldn't I? Okay. And all these, I don't know if you can see these meals. Girl, they were like that. And I did it too, which just followed the instructions. And I'm not one of those people. I'd be impressed with y'all that be like, oh, I read the book and learned how to do that shit. What? And keep in mind, I was a reader in school. Y'all heard my sister say, oh, I'm not a reader like you are. Well, bitch, I'm not a reader no more. I used to be, no more. So, yeah. But I looked at this book and I followed these instructions for these recipes. Oh, and just to reiterate, when I said I read this book, so I read the instruction. I didn't read the whole vitamin E and cancer and carbohydrate-rich foods are low in calories. Carbohydrates cannot be directly added to fat store. Carbohydrate eat your way to a slim you. Why trying to control hunger doesn't control weight. It's a bunch of, fitness and nutritional information that's very valuable, that if you are a better reader than me, and if you do take the time to take in all the information from all sides, unlike most colonized Americans are able to do, it would be even better for you. And because it was very good for me. It would be even better for you. So here's some of the recipes, what they look like, a better picture of what they look like, girl, get into it, bitch. I did almost all of them. And it's so many of them that you don't have to repeat your foods. Well, fuck it. I done showed you all these. Let me keep going. Look, it goes to seafood. Look at that shit. Is that the penne? I got a couple of my recipes that I've made variation to, I got from this book. So, I got my money's worth from this book. It's a lot more. So much. And then here is you got the sauces, you got desserts, you got the pastas, and you got the seafood. And what I did was, because you might want to do it. I ain't going to do it again. Well, you know what? Let me not say what I won't do. I'm prioritizing my wellness. I might would do it again. It was good, and the food was good, and it was good for me. The Lucky 13, bitch. You have the biotech menu plans for weight loss, muscle gain, and weight maintenance. And so, if you don't feel like doing your own damn meal plan, this is a menu plan with 1,500 calories per day. And all the meals are single serving, unless noted otherwise, which means that you're going to double up if you're feeding 2 people. Here's day 1, and it gives you, the only thing I had to go back and correct is to put the when you see those numbers by certain meals, I put the page number that the recipe could be found on. Like, since I was going to eat this on day 1 and I was going to eat this on day 2, I put the page number where I could find the recipe for the food, so I could go through and make sure I had all the ingredients. And if I didn't, I could include anything I didn't have in my shopping list. And in fact, that's how I learned what julienne vegetables were. Because, this is a funny story time. I'm gonna have to cut all this out of this video and then turn it back on to the seeds. For those of you who ain't got time for all this high ass wanderings and loftiness. But so one of the meals calls for julienne snow peas. So I went and I was looking for julienne snow peas everywhere, right? And so I asked like 3 different people in the, because this is when it was okay to talk to humans. So I went to 3 different people and they work at the grocery store, and I was like, I'm looking for julienne, and nobody could help me, male nor female. And then I got to my 4th person, and it was a dude, and it was a middle-aged dude. And I was like, I'm looking for julienne, these julienne snow peas. And he said, I think that's the way you cut something, the way you cut something up. So the whole time I thought it was a brand. I thought because I was like, why do we have to get this brand, this brand of snow peas? I don't understand. And are they canned? Are they like, how are they? How's the packaging? What do I need to be looking for? You know, so I was looking for julienne other stuff just to see, you know, what else they make. So it took a dude, some random dude, nobody at the damn grocery store know, in the food section that should know about food. But this dude was like, I think that's the way you cut something. So I looked it up, and sure fucking enough, it's the way you slice it. So that was my story time about, I got way into this because I went to this whole program that I ain't been on since the 1900s. Since the 1900s. They look like they fitness people from the 1900s too, don't they? Yeah, but this book ain't even about them. They just well, I guess it is. Just because I didn't pay no attention to these hoes, don't mean that their program wasn't valid. Just like I said, I didn't even read their part. So that's gonna be helpful, y'all. To me, it's about this shit right here. And the food was really good. There were a couple of things that I put more salt in that was called for because of the way it wound up tasting, and that it is what it is. I added some more salt to them, but really not a lot. You know, I felt once I seasoned it up like it should have been, I felt like, well, this was how much it should have been in here, right? Because it didn't up the calories any, it just upped the sodium, which is not good. Speaking of sodium, I don't know if y'all know about these chips. I'm scared to tell y'all about them. Let me know if you want to know. You ain't got no business knowing anyway, because this ain't good for none of us. None of us needed to know about this. I'm going to ruin one of my sisters, though, because I'm going to send her a couple of bags. Because if they sell these chips where you at, and you go for these type of flavors, you're going to be ruining it, and it's going to be my fault. You're going to be ruined. But since I just said that out loud and you just listened, you went in eye wide open, so let me know if you want to know what kind of chips these are, girl. But let it be known that they are addictive. Okay. I don't know how I got on that. Black Beauty eggplant seeds. Because one of the meals got the eggplant in it. Okay, then I'm going to go back to the seeds, I promise. Where is it? That's just a straight grilled eggplant with... I feel like there was another... Well, this is the one I see, but I feel like there was another Parmesan dish. There's a Parmesan dish. Yeah, that was it. Remove the skin from the eggplant. Place in a glass dish and cover with the salt. Cover with plastic wrap and place in the refrigerator overnight. Turn 2 or 3 times. Remove from the pan and rinse very well. Drain and pat dry. So there's a whole prep process for eggplant before you cook it to sift out the bitterness. Cause these people are growing eggplants and I don't hear nobody talking about bitterness in their eggplant. And I don't hear nobody talking about the process of covering it in salt and putting it in their fridge overnight for the bitter process. I don't hear people talking about that. So I'm like, well, what am I missing? What's going on? So admittedly, it's my ignorance about eggplants that got me shook about growing it, you know? And come on, admit it. Y'all grow these eggplants in y'all gardens. And I don't be seeing y'all making eggplant meals. All the people growing all the eggplants. Like, are y'all sharing these? Like people share tomatoes and cucumbers. You can't share that with you can't share that with your neighbor. Because who's making eggplant meals? Nobody. Not really. What are y'all doing with them eggplants when y'all harvest? After you harvest your eggplants, what do you do with them? And do you ever exercise the process of peeling them and covering it in salt and wrapping it with saran wrap and putting it in fridge overnight to pull out the bitterness? Do you do that? And if you do that, why is it worth it to you to do all that just to fry up a little? You could have did that with zucchini. But I ain't policing how you do it. I'm just curious. Because I know it's primarily just me because I'm kind of lazy with different stuff, you know. That's why I'm a maximum minimalist with this shit. You know, I'm a queen. I'm the best at it. But I also have my curiosities about reasons, motives for other people doing it a different way, because maybe it's something I'll try. I.e. hemp wick, you know? When I first heard about hemp wick, I was like, ain't nobody taking all them extra steps to do the same damn thing. You right there at the light. Why would you just put it up to the bowl and inhale? No, you got to go get a whole nother piece of string, and it got to be some beeswax. It got to be hemp and hemp covered in beeswax. So it got to be all this special organic shit too, really. And you want me? Oh, it makes it flavor pop, huh? Lies. You made that shit up. Then I did that shit, and I was like, oh. And I still wasn't gonna do all them extra steps, but the fact that I was already burning tea candles every day made it easy. I can always have a tea candle. I'm always have a tea candle nearby, so I could just make sure my hemp wick is right there, and I can use that to light it, and I'm good. But yeah, that's where my confusion with eggplants lay. So I don't really have any use for these seeds. There's no meal that I'm dying to make with eggplant. And if I'm gonna have to take up some overnight refrigerator space to drain out some bitterness, what's the point? Especially if it's a space taker. Y'all know I don't fuck with space takers unless it's a cut and come again vegetable. If it's cut and come again, I'm here for it. In fact, I want those. I will take those, either space taker or not. But if it's something that I gotta wait till the end of the season to get, like a cabbage head, I heard people say you can take the leaves as it goes, but I've never seen nobody doing that. And when I did grow cabbage, and my struggle cabbage, y'all, it was struggle cabbage. It was a little head. Had a little head on there, but the outer leaves, struggle cabbage. And I guess the worms got to the middle of it, child. Oh, it was a mess. But yeah, no eggplant for me. Florida tomato. I've never heard of this. This was also one of the bonus ones. Never heard of this. I was immediately uninterested in trying it because it sounds like Florida. And I don't want no parts of it. But I did some investigation, and some motherfucker said that they think this shit tastes like roast beef. And it was a toothless hoe. So I believe him. I believe he knows the depths of flavors of different tomatoes with his toothless huckabuck ass. And so because I trust that he was be telling the truth, I'm curious and I want to taste that tomato. And I have enough seeds to where I can just grow one for results. So maybe I'll grow one in the front. Like, I don't want to entice people to come and steal. Like, technically, I don't mind, but the audacity of someone's comfort without knowing that I don't mind is my problem. So then it would become a problem. So, yeah. That's why I always deny myself to plant something in the front. Even when I want to, for people that I wouldn't mind just snatching something. Like delivery people, I wouldn't mind them snatching something, but if you think about it, lots of us get more packages than we ever have in this life, in this nation. So if every delivery person grabbed a little something, I really would have nothing if I only had one plant out there. And I'm really not trying to provide for them in that way. I just got lost because I was thinking, it wouldn't be too much to have a little sign that says, "You're welcome to the tomatoes, just don't take more than your family can eat." Because, at that point, it's just greed, right? Poblano pepper here. The first time I tasted poblano pepper, I liked it. I liked how mild the heat is on this. If I was going to have a pepper with any heat, it would be poblano. And it's even milder than, I don't know what kind of heat palette you people have that think jalapenos aren't very hot, but they are. But these taste like how most people describe jalapenos to me. So to me, the poblanos is like not very hot. I like when they get so dark green that they look black. That's so pretty to me. Here's my spinach. You can tell by the shape that they are indeed spinach seeds. I have a whole story about my spinach journey. I have a journey with all of these though, don't I? This is also another seed. If you know, you know. This is also another seed that I will cherish. And I really hope that this goes to seed for me. It probably won't, but that's okay. I have some for next year. And it was just important that I had some. It looks like a lot of these I'm going to re-tag because this marker is coming right off as I show you guys these things in my finger. Moisture from my finger comes in contact with the Sharpie, which is also a good sign to me. It's also a sign of people that harvested from their garden. I like when sometimes I can see a little bit of flesh that was on the vegetable from them having harvested from their garden. I like that I know they came from the United States, from someone who has apparently been gardening for long enough to know how to collect their seeds and sell them. Because if you know how to collect your seeds and sell them, you've been gardening for a good 5 to 10 years, like to the point where you know your product and trust it enough to collect the seeds and sell them to other people so that they can have the same bomb ass product. And one of these people are our neighbors. This is strawberry corn. I have no interest in it. So beautiful though. I did grow corn once, not strawberry corn. I grew corn once and I accidentally did a wonderful job. Not accidentally, I tried to do a good job on purpose, but I thought I failed. But it turns out that I did a wonderful job. And I didn't realize it because I didn't know what the signs were to a successful crop. And I made the assumption that some of the things that I saw were failures. And come to find out, once I just assessed it as a failure, I didn't pay any more attention to my corn plot. And then when I went over to clean out the plot at the end of the season, all of those beautiful yellow corn cobs had dried out on the stalks. Beautiful yellow corn cobs had dried out on the goddamn stalks. Because I thought I had failed and wrote my own self. Trust yourself. Message. Trust yourself. When you're being spoken to by, you know when to trust yourself. And you know when not to trust yourself too. But when it's something good and productive, trust yourself. When it's frivolous or materialistic, that's when you want to second guess your bitch ass. I'm thirsty. Oh boy. So I have this white cucumber. I don't need it, but last year scared me. My cucumbers have always been mind-blowingly amazing, but last year was I would say was a fail. So that scared me. And because I only have a handful of those seeds left, because of course last year I could not collect seeds. Oh, that's a blatant fucking lie. I told a big bald face ass lie. I just told y'all that I only have a handful of those seeds left. Bald face lie. Look at that shit. That's a kabillion ass seed. My white cucumber. But they're a couple of years old. That was the issue. And I was concerned about not having fresh seeds. But you know what? I'm no longer concerned about it because, anyway, point is, I got some white cucumber seeds. And I don't know if these are pickling size. The ones I have are pickling size white cucumbers. And they're the sweetest things you ever want to taste. And I just love them. So there's really no need for me to venture into these, but I wouldn't mind testing to see how different, if at all, they are from mine. But not this year though, because I don't have the space for it. I'm already squeezing things into places and ain't nobody got space for that. But it's gonna get done. I'm doing it. See how I do? It doesn't get any better. It's a sesh. This is what I do. Anyway, I mostly wanted record of all of these things. See how long I wait? But I'm not interested in these seeds really. Actually gonna put these bags of these seeds in there because they're different spinaches. This is not red romaine, but to me it looks like red romaine. And plus these are not coming up, so I'm actually gonna take all of these and plant them, like all of them. I know you're like, what? Yeah, I know. But so now I have this red romaine that I will use once I use up this rouge, this lechuga. I thought I had a red romaine somewhere though. Y'all, I'm still trying to get bok choy and spinach to do something indoors. I know good and damn well that can't be done. I don't know why I keep trying, but I do. Because I want there to be a green that I can grow inside. I feel like if I can grow collard greens indoors, and because they can be undisturbed by cabbage moths. And so wouldn't they last even longer? Anyway, I have like 7 different peppers in here. 10. 10. I'm keeping them all in the Advarsky packaging. I never turn down seeds from there, and I am quick to grow them. But I don't I don't trust the bakers Creek the way y'all do. Just because. But there are some, y'all, there are some, trust and believe there are some racists that I was conditioned to support, that I still support and will continue to support. Let's not act like this ain't all by design now.